Happy. Well, thank you all for coming on Cannibalist Day, 420. And I know everyone else is probably in the district celebrating because you can't do that here in Virginia. So, when I was a kid, I was the fastest thing on two legs. I was faster than the wind. I was faster than a speeding pullet. Now, for you city kids, that's a big chicken. Pullet chicken. Man, I was faster than coked up Peter Rabbit. That's fast. Until, bam, my legs fell off. No, really.
It's true.
My legs fell off. We're talking, pick them up off the ground, put them in a bag, throw them over your shoulder, legs fell off. I went from, on Monday, rocket legs, to Tuesday, no legs. And it was a year, 12 months, before I got to walk again. And my poor father was so embarrassed that his son was a cripple. Now, in the 60s, that's what you were. You were a cripple. I mean, we didn't have these fancy, otherly, anti-ambulatory, and humans were not handicapped. A golfer score could be handicapped, and handicapped horses, but I gotta tell you, with no legs, I was not winning any races. But don't cry for me, Argentina, because I really did grow up in a loving home. Whenever my siblings and I would get particularly needy, my mother would gather us up in her arms, hold us very close, and drop us off at the loving house next door. So, as a result, when my kids were growing up, I made the decision to really be integrally involved in their lives, to be really sensitive to their needs. And I am pleased to report that they absolutely hated it. So, lesson learned, and that is, be sensitive, but not too sensitive. So, when I ask you, so, how you doing?
Good.
Please,
Yeah.
please, fine is just fine. You know, unless, of course, it's not. If you're lost your job, or your boss is a bitch, or you're about to be deported, oh man, that is terrible. That is really awful. You must feel terrible. I feel your pain. What, you don't expect me to do anything about it? I was a cripple, not a saint. So, what is upsetting is how we constantly blame Harvey Weinstein for launching the Me Too movement. Really? Like he started it? That is so unfair to the seminal work of Dr. Bill Cosby. Now that man was a trendsetter. So you see, I don't need to be woke. I just want to be conscious. You know, a tad better than Bill Cosby. But let's face it, you know, none of his victims were woke, but they all got a really good night's sleep. So, I think another thing that's important is our politicians need to be sensitive to things. You've heard about this D.C. council member who tweeted that the reason that D.C. has lousy weather is because the Jews control the weather? Really? I mean, look, I don't think they've controlled the weather since that left Egypt the first time. And in fact, if they had that superpower, there would not be the annual exodus from their beloved New York to Florida. They would just keep New York warm. So, let's remember, you don't have to be woke, just conscious. And I'm going to be running now. Thank you very much.
Awesome.